Breaking now, lawmakers say they've reached an agreement on a $500 billion coronavirus aid package. Thanks for joining us. I'm Gordon Lesh.
And I'm Peggy Finnegan. Also breaking at noon, Allegheny County just announced 12 more people have died from the virus, and the youngest was just 42 years old. That brings the death toll to 67. 64% of them, 43 of those who died, are from nursing homes. 17 more cases have been reported since yesterday, so there is now a total of 1,059 cases in the county. Of those, 188 people have been hospitalized. Stay with Channel 11 as we expect to get an update from the state shortly.
And breaking in the last 30 minutes, the FDA just approved the first at-home test kit for the coronavirus. The agency is allowing patients to use LabCorp's RT-PCR test to collect samples at home. The FDA says it has worked with LabCorp to make sure the test is just as safe and as accurate as it would be in a doctor's office. We'll be working to learn more about this throughout the day for an update tonight at 5. Back to that breaking news out of Washington. Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer says Democrats and Republicans have reached a deal on another major COVID-19 aid package. It will provide relief for small businesses and give more help for hospitals and testing. Channel 11's Washington, D.C. correspondent Jacqueline Fell is here to explain the next steps.
Senator Chuck Schumer says Democrats and Republicans are dotting the I's and crossing the T's on the spending plan. He hopes there'll be a vote later today.
Last night, well past midnight, Speaker Pelosi, myself, Chief of Staff Meadows, and Secretary of State Mnuchin were on the phone, and we came to an agreement on just about every issue.
More than $300 billion would go to boosting a small business loan program that ran out of money last week. Additional help would be given to hospitals, and billions more would be spent to boost testing for the virus, a key step in building the confidence required to reopen state economies. Talks have dragged as the two sides have quarreled over the design of a nationwide testing regime, among some other unsettled pieces. House leaders say they plan to call for a vote later this week, either in Washington or remotely. The Senate Majority Leader hasn't yet publicly signed off on the deal, though the president has signaled his support. The Senate gavels in at 4 this afternoon. Reporting outside Washington, Jacqueline Fell, Channel 11 News.
And now to what so many Pennsylvanians have been waiting to hear. Governor Tom Wolf says we've made sufficient progress against COVID-19 to start slowly reopening our economy. The target date is May 8th, which is a week later than originally planned, but that's when the governor's stay-at-home order could expire for certain counties.
The new plan includes curbside pickup at more wine and spirits stores, resuming some construction, and allowing online car sales.
The breath of fresh air, it does give us something positive to look forward to moving ahead with this. Don't have any details, don't know how we're going to do this right now, but as that comes in, we'll have a plan.
These are some positive steps, but Governor Wolf does warn that we should not abandon social distancing.
And while the governor is easing some restrictions, he's keeping others in place. Yesterday, he vetoed a bill that would have let some businesses reopen if they complied with safety guidelines. It would have required the governor to create guidelines for certain businesses to reopen based on CDC guidelines. The Republican Party chairman said in a statement, quote, hardworking Pennsylvanians have participated faithfully and they deserve to see the light at the end of the tunnel. But the governor says a move to reopen, quote, tens of thousands of businesses too early will only increase the spread of the virus, place more lives at risk, increase the death tolls, and extend the length of the economic hardships created by the pandemic. He did, however, sign another bill in response to COVID-19, which allows remote public meetings and document notarization, which will allow those online car sales to restart.
Everyone is facing a different challenge right now. Some may be struggling to buy food. Others are just worried about keeping a roof over their heads. Channel 11's Mike Holden explains how Pittsburgh's Urban Redevelopment Authority is trying to help.
Well, it is no secret this is a very stressful and uncertain time, but financial support is still out there, and one organization is hoping to give back and keep a roof over your head. The Urban Redevelopment Authority has partnered with the United Way to combat financial hardships. Their overall goal is to help at-risk City of Pittsburgh residents with rent, utility, and mortgage assistance. Funding is now available through their Housing Stabilization Program. The program offers assistance for residents that need help paying rent or utilities for up to 3 months or a cap of $3,000. It's geared primarily towards households underneath what's considered 50% of area median incomes. A small portion of the program can also help with mortgages. Residents we spoke with say this is essential with the ongoing pandemic, and any amount makes a huge difference to families caught in this crisis.
A little bit of unemployment being so messed up, you know, I know people still waiting a month and a half later can't get in. And
they need all the help they can get. I mean, many people have lost their jobs. They can't even afford to put food on the table or pay for their medications. And that's a tough decision.
And it is as simple as this. City residents can dial 211 to get in touch with the United Way, and then they'll help you with any concerns. But that's not the end of this story. Coming up on Channel 11 News at 5, we're hearing from Mayor Peduto, his comments on these efforts and how he says this can make all the difference. Reporting this afternoon, Mike Holden, Channel 11 News.
A live look now at Storm Tracker Doppler 11 radar. Some of you could see showers and strong winds throughout the day.
Severe Weather Team 11 meteorologist Danielle Dozier is timing out your forecast from home.
Good afternoon. I've been tracking that rain across the area this morning. We've had 5/100 inches of rain. Our visible satellite shows we actually have some breaks in the clouds out there, giving way to some peaks of sunshine, and temperatures are holding in the 40s right now and mid-40s all across our area, from Beaver into Pittsburgh and Greensburg, and boy is it windy. I hope you secured any loose items outside. We have sustained winds as high as 22 miles per hour in Pittsburgh, with higher gusts to nearly 35 miles per hour. I'm tracking when the winds come down and who sees more rain coming up.
President Trump plans to sign an executive order temporarily suspending immigration into the United States because of coronavirus. He did not say which immigration programs would be impacted or when this would go into effect, but he says it needs to be done to fight the virus and save American jobs. It's not clear if it will keep non-U.S. citizens from traveling to the U.S. for business purposes or to see family. The U.S. is monitoring reports that say North Korean leader Kim Jong-un is in grave danger after having surgery. Kim was notably absent from his late grandfather's birthday celebration last week. He has not been seen publicly since April 11th. A South Korean newspaper reported that Kim had heart surgery on April 12th. Details of his condition have not been confirmed yet. South Korea officials are looking into it.
A sad ending to a big story we've been following. Nearly a year after Elizabeth Weisenfeld was reported missing, her body was found. If you have the Channel 11 News app, then you got an alert just minutes after we learned police discovered her remains in a garbage bag at an illegal dumping site in Plum. The Whitehall woman had been missing since April 30th of last year. Her handyman, Douglas Berry, is in jail charged with her death. Investigators found video of him at her house using her debit card and text messages he sent her daughter from her phone. Also, a conversation Berry had with his neighbor about Weisenfeld.
He says, I owed her some money as part of a real estate deal, and he said he had to default on that loan. I said, have you tried to pay her back? He says, yeah, he's made a few trips over there, but he said she was never home.
The Allegheny County Medical Examiner is now trying to figure out the cause of death.
Today, Pittsburgh police are trying to find out if 2 early morning robberies are connected. The first one happened around 2:30 this morning at the 7-Eleven on Brookline Boulevard. We're told 2 masked men went inside, pulled out a gun, and demanded cigarettes before taking off. Then about a half hour later, officers were called to the Speedway on Browns Hill Road. Police say 2 men with their faces covered had stolen cash. No one was hurt in either crime, but police are trying to figure out if they're connected.
State police in Westmoreland County have ticketed 2 people for violating the stay-at-home order.
After looking through our file, this appears to be the first case of this type in western PA. State troopers say the 2 were drinking at a friend's home in Bell Township. Police were called after the friends got into a fight. Since April 1st, just 4 citations have been issued statewide.
Elwood City Medical Center will stay closed for now. The state says the overflow site isn't needed. The human rights group Put People First wanted the closed hospital to reopen. They said it was to maintain the safety of the community. The health department says we've done a great job at keeping cases low and that no makeshift sites are needed. At last check, 36% of all intensive care beds are available in the state. Hospitals in Pennsylvania could lose at least $10 billion this year because of COVID-19. Our partners at the Pittsburgh Business Times shared a report from the Hospital and Health System Association of Pennsylvania. It includes $4.7 billion that was already lost from canceling elective surgeries. The rest would account for the cost of taking care of critically ill COVID-19 patients. State leaders are now asking for more financial help.
Well, unfortunately, Brentwood's 4th of July festivities have officially been canceled. The celebration is one of the bigger ones in our region. And Channel 11's Liz Kilmer found out why leaders chose to cancel more than 2 months in advance.
It would have been year 101 for the 4th of July parade here in Brentwood, but the streets won't be lined this time around. Officials made the decision to cancel because of COVID-19. For a century, people in Brentwood have united to celebrate Independence Day. But for the first time in a generation, the local tradition has been called off. Local officials took to social media to share the decision, which they made in the interest of public safety as the pandemic persists, its end uncertain. A local resident we talked with says it's the right move.
If it's passing from person to person, come on, it's got to happen. I know it's a big revenue issue for counties and cities and all that, but again, what are you going to do? It's people that you got to watch out for.
Others have asked why make the choice to cancel so early. How officials are responding to that coming up tonight at 5. In Brentwood, I'm Liz Kilmer, Channel 11 News.
Duquesne Light is extending the discontinuation of electricity shutoffs as the pandemic continues. The company will also keep waiving late fees until at least June 1st, and it's making more people eligible for its hardship fund, which offers customers help paying their bills. The border between the U.S. and Canada is closed right now. The unique way families are managing to safely connect.
Busy signals when you call your neighborhood liquor store. The high demand for curbside orders and why you still may not be able to get through today.
And from patient to protector, what a local man who survived COVID-19 is doing to help others who are still battling the virus.
Channel 11 News and NBC Nightly News with Lester Holt.
We're a team you can count on to cover stories that impact your life.
Whether it's across the street or around the world.
Channel 11 News at 6.
And NBC Nightly News at 6:30.
WPXI Now. Channel 11 expands its streaming live newscasts. When other stations are national, Channel 11 News is local, right here at 7 a.m. and 7 p.m. on WPXI Now. Pittsburgh's Chief Meteorologist Stephen Cropper tracking the weather in your neighborhood.
Paying it forward. He is a coronavirus survivor, and now he's part of a program that is meant to help other people survive and even hopefully find a cure. Channel 11's Ryan Houston shares his story.
I sort of thought, I hope this thing comes down, because if it stays like this, I'm not going to make it. But then it, it eased out.
69-year-old Joel Legal is talking about the high fever he had during his battle with COVID-19. And several weeks later, here he is sitting in this chair donating plasma.
Well, if I can help someone to get better and get out of the ICU, I think that's definitely worth it.
He's one of the first people to help in convalescent plasma. It's a pilot program where doctors take blood plasma from those who recovered from the coronavirus and give it to people who are having a hard time fighting it off.
They sit you on a very comfortable chair and disinfect your arm, and then put a needle in your vein and pull out the plasma.
And this actually goes back to the late 19th century with the measles outbreak. Was the first time that it was tested.
Dr. John McDyer is overseeing the pilot program at UPMC. He says the blood is tested for any diseases, and donors are not allowed to donate if they are still symptomatic. Dr. McDyer says they're using the plasma from COVID-19 survivors because of the antibodies inside it.
We're still in the early stages of evaluating this therapy. It does seem like it's being relatively well tolerated as a therapy.
For Legal, he says sitting in a chair for 2 hours was the least he could do.
Saturday, I was told that there were 50 people in the Pittsburgh area in intensive care unit. So, if we can get them out of there, that more power to us.
Ryan Houston, Channel 11 News.
Vitalant is collecting plasma from donors, and if you are a COVID-19 survivor and you would like to donate, you can find out how on the WPXI News app.
With the stay-at-home order extended for another week, police are worried about domestic violence. Today, Channel 11 will be speaking with the state's Human Services Secretary. She'll be joined by other groups as they promote resources and assistance available for victims. And this is extremely important. Pittsburgh police say they've had an increase in domestic violence calls.
But it is important to remember that help is out there. If you or someone you know needs assistance, contact the domestic violence hotline at the number on your screen. Advocates are available 24/7. They can speak more than 200 languages. And remember, if you are in immediate danger, don't wait. Call 911.
Phones were ringing off the hook for curbside liquor sales on the first day of orders. It was so busy, some customers had a lot of trouble getting through. More than 170 stores across the state were allowed to reopen Monday. Customers had to place an order over the phone in order to pick it up at the curb. Each store is expected to fill between 50 and 100 orders each day. No curbside orders will be accepted by email or voicemail. The state says you should expect busy signals for the next few days until they get things up and running.
Westmoreland County voters will not automatically get applications for mail-in ballots for the June primary. County commissioners opted against it because of the county's financial status. Officials say that they will continue to follow procedures as normal, meaning voters can ask for mail-in ballots. And more details now on the plan in Allegheny County. Leaders say that they're actually not sending ballot applications to all registered voters, just to registered Republicans and Democrats, because it is a closed primary. The exception is Bethel Park because they have a ballot question that everyone can vote on.
The Greater Pittsburgh Community Food Bank is holding another emergency distribution tomorrow that runs from 1 to 3 outside Pittsburgh International. Like earlier distributions, this is a drive-up event. You cannot leave your vehicle. The food bank says it has enough food to give to 1,500 cars. Drivers can start arriving at 10. Chopper 11 was over the scene yesterday at the food bank's distribution in Duquesne. We have seen long lines like this at each event as the number of families in need of food continues to grow.
Welcome back. I hope you enjoyed that sunshine and dry weather we had out there yesterday, and I wanted to share some pictures coming in from you guys at home. This one from Brianna Page, and this is Snickerdoodle. It's her lionhead bunny. Who knew there were different types of bunnies? Well, you could see the flowers there, and he's out enjoying the sunshine, and I hope you did too. I'm going to share some more pictures coming up in the next half hour. In the meantime, you can always share us your weather pictures by using the hashtag WPXI-Storm. It could be a storm cloud, it could be nice weather, just any pictures that have to do with the weather, and we will get them on the air if we can. Let me show you that wind forecast, because we do expect the winds to stay strong for the rest of the afternoon. Those winds will be sustained anywhere from 15 to 25 miles per hour with occasional gusts to 35 miles per hour through the remainder of the afternoon. So you'll definitely want to bring in that trash can if you haven't already. Here's the wind forecast as we head into the overnight and early Wednesday morning. Those winds will still be a little bit breezy, right around 5 to 15 miles per hour with occasional gusts a little bit higher to 20, but they do come down significantly into tomorrow morning, so I wanted to let you know that. However, when you factor in the wind becoming a lot lighter and the sky clearing out overnight tonight, that's going to set the stage for some really cold air to come into the picture, especially after a cold front moves in this afternoon. So we have a freeze warning that now includes Pittsburgh, Allegheny County, Greensburg, Westmoreland County, every area you see in purple from 12 a.m. until 10 a.m. So you're going to want to protect your sensitive flowers and vegetation as we do dip below freezing. In fact, a hard freeze with temperatures in the upper 20s tonight is expected, with a low down to 28 degrees under a mostly clear sky. 27 in Greensburg, 27 in Indiana into your Wednesday morning, 27 in Washington. So we're all feeling the chill out there. We'll need those coats for sure on the morning walk. Here's Storm Tracker hour by hour to let you know who sees the best chance for rain coming in for the rest of the day today. We'll have very spotty rain, so I think anywhere across the area we could have a little bit of spritz of rain here and there. And along the I-80 corridor where it's cold enough, we could actually be dealing with a little bit of a rain-snow mix in spots. And so when we track that, we're looking at the potential for maybe a dusting on those elevated surfaces or mulchy beds up there along the I-80 corridor. Here's 8 o'clock, and you can see the bulk of the precipitation has been coming to an end across the area, and we'll be left with that clearing sky overnight tonight. So dry conditions overnight tonight and into your Wednesday morning. Wednesday's going to feature plenty of sunshine. It'll be a fantastic day overall. Here's the temperature forecast. We're going to go up to the upper 40s to near 50 degrees, but still well below average. The average is low to middle 60s. Check out the 5-day forecast. We do get to enjoy sunshine again for Wednesday. Showers, though, return Thursday and Friday morning. Showers and maybe even a thunderstorm as we head into your weekend always in view. Stick around. I've got something really cool happening in the night sky. I'll tell you about it coming up.
A local restaurant owner put on a wig to mock the transgender state health secretary over coronavirus. How he is now backtracking.
Now the federal government needs to actually put their action where their mouth is.
City of Pittsburgh facing dire financial straits and asking the federal government for help. The letter the mayor just sent to the White House.
Channel 11's experienced team of investigators is committed to getting you answers about coronavirus, providing in-depth coverage to help you understand the local impact of this global story.
The governor says everyone should now wear a mask when out in public.
As if some of those negative tests are actually positive.
And promising to keep facts ahead of fear.
Scammers are good at taking advantage of a crisis, and this is no different.
Count on 11 Investigates on Channel 11 News. happening in the morning. Watch Channel 11 Morning News.
The U.S. border with Canada remains closed to help curb the spread of the coronavirus.
But that has not stopped some families from connecting. In Washington state, families are lining an irrigation ditch that separates the U.S. and Canada to be closer to one another. Yesterday, a mother brought her new baby girl to meet her Canadian grandparents for the first time.
Sometimes I think I'm okay, and then other times it's just really sad.
The border closure was just extended for another month, and that family and others are concerned that it'll be closed all summer.
Amazon workers are on strike again today over safety concerns. Hundreds of warehouse workers reportedly called out sick. They're demanding better working conditions to protect them from the virus. The company says it's providing masks, raising pay, and hiring more workers. Last month, workers at a Staten Island warehouse walked out in protest.
Lord & Taylor is the latest store to consider filing for bankruptcy because of the pandemic. The retailer is exploring its options after it was forced to close all of its stores. Many businesses are using government funds to stay afloat, but most big retailers aren't eligible for that help.
We've told you the African-American communities are being hit especially hard by COVID-19. What state and local leaders are doing to bring down the number of cases?
Yeah, people are afraid.
He's not just talking about coronavirus. Why he says a local restaurant owner shouldn't have joked about the state health secretary.
Every candidate, every voice, every vote matters. From the campaign trail to your backyard, we're talking to the candidates about the big issues and to the voters who will decide the election. Channel 11 News, Decision 2020 coverage. Now, when a major story breaks, this is where you'll find 24-hour coverage. From the Channel 11 newsroom to our crews live in the field, we'll bring you the information you need right now. WPXI Now, always on when you want the latest on breaking news.
Severe weather coverage where you live.
On Channel 11 News.
Sad news to share with you from the State Health Department. 360 more coronavirus deaths have been reported since yesterday.
That's right. There have now been more than 1,500 deaths from this pandemic in the state of Pennsylvania, and more than 34,000 people are sick. Locally, there are more than 300 cases in Beaver County, 162 in Butler, 86 in Washington, almost 300 in Westmoreland, and we have all the updated numbers scrolling along the bottom of your screen. Now to a live look at the city of Pittsburgh, soon to be in dire financial straits. In a letter to the White House, Mayor Bill Peduto says the city stands to lose $120 million this year. Channel 11's Rick Earl got a look at that letter and found out what could happen if the federal government doesn't act.
The mayor of Pittsburgh joined hundreds of mayors across the country, sending a letter directly to the President of the United States, urging the federal government for $250 billion in emergency aid. Pittsburgh Mayor Bill Peduto, in the letter to President Trump, issuing a dire warning, quote, "The scale of this crisis has simply been overwhelming. It is only a matter of time before we will face cash flow issues affecting our ability to pay first responders and essential workers. We need relief, and we need it now." The mayor's chief of staff today echoing those concerns.
And so it's critical that the federal government play a role here and provide the same direct assistance to city governments that you see being provided, rightfully so, to airlines and airports and public transit agencies.
The mayor's letter to the president outlines the loss of revenue, estimated at $120 million this year, with little or no money coming in from the parking revenue, amusement tax, facility usage fees, and deed transfer tax, while continuing to provide essential city services like garbage collection and public safety.
The federal government needs to actually put their action where their mouth is and not just talk about frontline workers, but actually support them.
There will be a shortfall of tens of millions of dollars this year.
During an address to the city last week, the mayor, even with $85 million in reserves, painted a bleak financial picture. The city hasn't laid off any employees and doesn't plan to, but Gilman says they are looking at ways to cut costs.
We're analyzing every vacant position, every program cost, every capital project, department by department and line by line through to the budget. We're already taking steps.
And the mayor closed this letter by saying that extraordinary times demand collaboration and bold action from the government to support the people they serve. And tonight, Gilman and the mayor say they are optimistic they will eventually get some help. In Summer Hill tonight, Rick Earl, Channel 11 News.
You're going to need a jacket and maybe the umbrella on standby if you're heading out this afternoon. Severe Weather Team 11 meteorologist Danielle Dozier is at home tracking spotty showers and strong winds out there.
I'm meteorologist Danielle Dozier back with a check of the forecast for the rest of the day today. We reached our high in the lower 50s early this morning, and those temperatures have continued to fall. So look for a high temperature in the mid-40s late day. West winds 15 to 25, gusting up to 35 miles per hour. So it's going to be windy all day long. You can see our hour-by-hour temperature forecast down into the lower 40s already at 7 p.m., 9 p.m., 37. We're in for a cold night tonight. I'll show you how cold, plus still a look ahead to that meteor shower that's taking place tonight.
Thanks, Danielle. Now to a consumer alert. If you're a small business owner, do your research before applying for loans. There's a company called Ponte Investments, and it is advertising that it's an approved lender under the coronavirus relief program, but the application they put in to be an approved lender is still pending. The FTC says thousands of businesses have already applied through that company.
Small businesses want this relief, and the idea that they can get it quickly or that someone is promising high chance of success are things that are very enticing and that small businesses need to be on the lookout for.
The owner of Ponte Investments says that the approval was put on the website prematurely and apologized for the error.
A local restaurant owner has been mocking the person who's been giving us updates on the coronavirus numbers. State Health Secretary Dr. Rachel Levine. The owner has been making fun of the person who's leading the state's fight against coronavirus, who is a transgender woman. Channel 11's Christine D'Antonio spoke to LGBT advocates who are understandably upset about this.
Robert Portogallo is the owners of Peppers and At here in Braddock, super popular restaurant in our region. But Portogallo is coming under fire for recent Facebook comments that he posted on his personal page, comments that some say are transphobic. These are the Facebook posts that Robert Portogallo shared on his page, tagging his restaurant Peppers and At. In one of the posts, Portogallo is wearing a wig, glasses and pearls, appearing to mimic the look of Pennsylvania's Secretary of Health, Dr. Rachel Levine, who is a transgender woman. Another post shows Portogallo appearing to impersonate Dr. Levine, holding a news conference around rolls of toilet paper with the caption, "Now we know who hoarded all the toilet paper." While Portogallo says his intent was to be funny, members of the LGBTQ community aren't laughing.
She's done nothing but be a wonderful, compassionate leader in guiding the Commonwealth in making sure they stay safe.
Christine Bryan is with the Delta Foundation of Pittsburgh, whose mission is to fight for the LGBTQ community.
I know there's a lot of people that didn't realize that she was a member of the transgender community, and truthfully, it doesn't matter. She's a human being just like everybody else, with an extensive resume that is so impressive.
Robert Portogallo says he wasn't aware Dr. Levine was transgender. He says he constantly impersonates public figures for fun, like in this video he posted on Saturday where he pokes fun of President Trump.
I brought back steel. A lot of people got a good laugh out of it, but obviously some people were offended by it. But there was no intention of, offending anybody.
Portogallo spoke with me about it over the phone this afternoon.
My humor was in poor taste. I apologize to those that are offended by it. And I'm not seeing it through their eyes, but like I said, there was no harm intended. If I thought there was harm intended, I wouldn't have posted something like that. That's just not me. I'm never going to degrade somebody on Facebook or, insult them or embarrass them.
Portogallo says he has permanently removed all of the posts. In Braddock, Christine D'Antonio, Channel 11 News.
We know the coronavirus is really impacting our African-American community in Allegheny County.
And that's why the NAACP and community leaders are doing all they can to bring awareness to how the black community is dealing with COVID-19. According to the CDC, African Americans make up 13% of the population, but account for 30% of all positive cases. The state president of the NAACP says one of the biggest problems is getting access to health care.
Black people particularly are suffering economically, which impacts the reason why they can't afford good health care.
Huston says the group is looking at ways to support black communities with food or health care.
They're calling it a devastating blow. Our country's restaurants losing billions of dollars each month. Their struggle to stay afloat.
We've all slowed down, hunkered down to keep our distance, and the weather's helping to hold it together.
It's getting us through our day, our chance to get outside.
So while we're all figuring out our new normal, one thing you can always count on, Severe Weather Team 11. We're here, or here.
Forecasting your weather.
When you need to get outside for some fresh air, or you need to plan an indoor activity. We'll be here to keep you safe at home because we're severe weather coverage you can count on.
6.
Followed by NBC Nightly News at 6:30.
Some of your favorite restaurants or hangout spots are really struggling right now. The industry is projected to lose $50 billion just this month. Local restaurants are trying to survive with curbside pickup, delivery, or creative take and bake options. We spoke to the owner of Sharky's Cafe in Latrobe, and he says that he's had to scale back just about everywhere.
I mean, obviously there's been a large drop since we can't have anyone inside the restaurant, so we're probably 75% down.
Sharky's has also expanded its delivery areas and is offering discounts to everyone working on the front lines, from healthcare workers to first responders.
Meanwhile, 2 Pittsburgh area restaurants are suing an insurance company over coronavirus losses. Joseph Tambellini Restaurant in Highland Park and Seeb's Pub in Ross claim they are covered by their paid-up insurance policies, but Erie Insurance Exchange is refusing to pay. An Erie spokesman refused to comment on the suits. Still ahead, how researchers at CMU say they will soon be able to pinpoint where new cases of the virus could pop up.
Channel 11 Morning News and the Breaking News Desk keep you informed on coronavirus. Our anchor brings you the newest updates that happened overnight and explains the impact on your family.
It will put direct payments into your pocket.
Watch Channel 11. WPXI Now, your source for original local shows. Get the inside scoop on all the hot events, entertainment, and celebrities in and around Pittsburgh every week. Stream Access Pittsburgh on demand anytime on WPXI Now. Channel 11 News 11 at 11. 11 minutes of news and weather before the first commercial.
Carnegie Mellon University says it will soon be able to forecast the coronavirus.
The university launched a new website yesterday using data collected from Google and Facebook, as well as doctors' office visits and testing labs. Each paints a picture of how the virus is spreading. We actually told you about this a couple of weeks ago. Some of you might have seen surveys pop up on your Facebook feed since then. Here's the good news. It appears social distancing is working.
As a result, we're seeing that we were able to slow down and even begin to tame down the spread in the southwestern Pennsylvania area. Of course, all of that is going to go away if we stop it too early.
Right now, the map shows current and past COVID-19 activity. Soon it will show future activity and potential hotspots.
Good afternoon. As promised, I wanted to share another picture with you of another friendly animal enjoying the sunshine out there yesterday. This picture coming in from Sarah. And this is Apache the dog. I love his sunglasses and his cute little tongue hanging out. And thanks to Sarah for sending in her picture today. Here's a look at our storm tracker maps for the rest of the afternoon. There will be a chance for a spotty shower or two, but I'm not expecting widespread rain for the rest of the day today. But it's going to be windy and a lot cooler as well. Where we do get that colder air in here along the I-80 corridor, maybe even in the ridges, you could start to see that rain mixed with snow from time to time. But we're not expecting much in the way of snow accumulation. You may see a little bit on the mulch beds accumulate up along the I-80 corridor. Otherwise, we keep the wind around through much of the day today and night, and we decrease the clouds. And when we decrease the clouds, we are looking at a mostly clear sky tomorrow morning, and then a few clouds, but fair weather clouds at that for Wednesday. So a lot of sunshine to go around. Great day to get outside, although it will be on the cooler side for your Wednesday. Freeze warning will go into effect overnight and into tomorrow morning, and that is because we have temperatures that are going to be falling into the upper 20s. It's what we call hard freeze this time of year. And you can see every area in purple, including Pittsburgh. So you're going to want to wrap up your sensitive vegetation, plants and flowers out there for the night tonight as we do clear out the sky. The winds will turn lighter eventually into tomorrow morning, so that will also be a good thing for us. Speaking of that mostly clear sky, I wanted to bring this to you, the Lyrid meteor shower, and this is going to be tonight into tomorrow morning. So we're expecting about 10 to 15 meteors per hour. You're going to want to look in the northeast sky. The peak is actually in the dark hours before tomorrow morning, so happy meteor spotting. Should be good weather conditions for it. 28 though overnight tonight, so if you are out spotting those meteors, you're going to want to have the layers on and a big coat under that mostly clear sky. We're looking for west winds at 5 to 15 miles per hour with occasional gusts to 20, but a lot lighter into sunrise tomorrow. Speaking of sunrise, here's your morning planner. Sunshine as the sun comes up, but it's going to be cold, as I mentioned. Upper 20s go to near 30 degrees at 8 o'clock in the morning. Here's the forecast tomorrow. 50 degrees under a mostly sunny sky. We are looking at a little bit of a breeze developing. Those winds will be out of the west at 5 to 15 miles per hour. 40 in the 40s, 49 in Beaver, and 48 in Indiana, 49 in Greensburg, and 50 in Washington tomorrow. Here is a check of the 5-day forecast. So once we get past today, the weather conditions become a lot better to get outside. Just a slight breeze, but plenty of sunshine for the day on Wednesday. High temperatures, though, will be well below average. Average is 64 for the day of the year. 62 on Thursday. We do warm things up a little bit, at least for the end of the week, but it comes with a price. Showers built into the forecast late Wednesday night across, that is, our northern counties, and then building in for the rest of the area Thursday morning. And then we're looking at the chance for a few showers and thunderstorms as we head into your weekend always in view. Saturday, cooler by Sunday.
All right, thanks, Danielle. And now here's a look at local steals and deals with Lisa Robertson.
Hi, I'm Lisa Robertson with Local Steals and Deals, and we love finding great ideas that just make your life better every day. How many things can you really say that about? This is definitely one. This is the Amazon Echo Show 5, and it does everything you want it to do, hands-free. Love it. So this is going to be your choice of the black or white. They're giving us an amazing value on this today, by the way, 33% off, and I love that. But here's the great thing. Number one, if you're cooking in the kitchen, you can actually stream someone doing the recipe on YouTube, and you can cook with them. Or maybe my hands aren't free. Maybe I'm doing something, but I want to video call someone. I can just ask her to do that. I'm not going to say her name because then she'll do it. I can just ask her to do it, and I can do a video call. Maybe you're saying, oh, I'd love it if my parents could Skype with me, but they're just not so good at technology. Get them an Amazon Echo Show 5, and they can do it as quickly and easily as plugging it in and talking to it. You can do video calls. You can do regular calls. You can watch movies. You can stream videos. You can do anything you want. And, by the way, you can have them in different rooms of the house. So you have one in the kitchen for when you're cooking and when the family's down there and when you're talking and doing whatever. You can have it on the nightstand in the bedroom, and you can see the Ring doorbell video from that. You can watch a movie. It's an alarm clock. It's a calendar. It's a to-do list. You can have them in all different rooms of the house, and they all talk to each other. How amazing is that? I love the fact that, number one, I don't have to put my readers on because I don't have to text anything. All I have to do is talk to it, and it does whatever I want it to do. Hey, Alexa, do I look pretty today?
Nothing looks better than confidence.
Okay, that's a good one. Hey, Alexa, what's your favorite movie?
The Empire Strikes Back is my all-time favorite. It's impressive. Most impressive.
So it's your best friend, it's your personal assistant, and everything else you need. Go to localsteals.com for 33% off one of the best ideas ever, anywhere in your home.
Up next, how a virtual baseball game could have a lifelong effect on the future child of a Pirates player.
Coronavirus can't keep this local teacher from her students reading, teaching, and making crafts online. She's finding ways to connect while staying apart.
It's really touching to see someone else care about your child.
Coming together in a time of crisis makes us proud to be from Pittsburgh.
Proud to be from Pittsburgh. Brought to you by your local Honda dealers. Great cars, great people. For a great deal on a Honda, visit shophonda.com.
From where you live.
Watch Channel 11 News at 5.
High school and college seniors are missing out on traditional rites of passage because of COVID-19, but a new Facebook group is making sure they feel special. It's called Adopt a Senior. It allows people to adopt soon-to-be graduates in Virginia and send them cards, gifts, or anything else to lift their spirits.
I like that. Well, just because Major League Baseball is on hold doesn't mean players' trash talking stops, but you better be careful what you say. Listen to this.
I'll name my firstborn child. Never mind. Never mind.
That's Pirates' Cole Tucker playing online against Phillies outfielder Rhys Hoskins. And as you heard, he promised to name his firstborn after Hoskins if he hit a homer off of him, and he sent one over the left field fence. Twitter is not letting Tucker forget this. The Phillies tweeting, "We heard you. We can't wait to meet Rhys Tucker one day." That is all for Channel 11 News at noon. Our next newscast comes up tonight at 5 o'clock.
Thanks for watching. Have a great day.
News is happening in your neighborhood. Channel 11 News is there.
We're in McCandless, Cranberry, and Butler. We cover news everywhere you live, not just downtown. We're in Aliquippa, Coraopolis, and Moon.
Bringing you stories that impact your town. That's what makes Channel 11 News different.
More local news from more neighborhoods. That's a fact. We're in Bethel Park, South Park, and Mount Lebanon. When you want news from where you live,
watch Channel 11 News.
WPXI is proud to partner with UPMC to present Community Matters.
Telemedicine and video visits at UPMC are making it easy for patients to connect with their doctors. Joining me today from obstetrics and gynecology at UPMC Magee Women's Hospital is Dr. Glenn Updike. Dr. Updike, what does telemedicine or video visits mean?
Yeah, telemedicine is a big term that can mean a lot of different interactions with healthcare and technology, but video visits, which has been growing a lot recently, is really the real-time interaction between a doctor and their patient over video.
And then do you need a computer or a smartphone